Alright, so here are the new cards. So this one is actually receiving a lot of discussion around it because like there is a combo that you can do with like Skull, and you can make this like 4 mana. So like if you play Skull and then you just play this and you have just like a board your opponent can't kill, that just might be like a way to high roll your opponents. But like at the same time, I don't know if this like enables like any kind of like OTK or like any kind of combo, but just like board-based Demon Hunter just got a lot of support in terms of just being able to summon something out of nothing. Plus like Polkelt, you never know. You never know what can happen. What the hell, man? One of my cords is like loose or something. I'll have to figure that out later. But regardless, this card's still really good, and I think it's gonna see a decent amount of play. And now we're gonna get a whole new mechanic with like the Wash Post mechanic. So like this card, maybe it's a 3 mana 3/5, good stats, can attack after your opponent plays a minion, summon a 2/2 grunt. Like that just seems powerful as well, because not only do you have ways of being like there's also a card that synergizes with this. So let's keep that in mind before I keep explaining this. But like against like Zoo and against like other minion based decks, like this card is just gonna completely blow them out of the water. Like Token Druid can still get around this pretty well, but like Zoo, now that Undertaker is back, like any minion based deck is gonna worry about this in like a control deck to where they can finally have a board and like this 3/5 demands an answer. So I think like this is almost like Tar Creeper level, to where like your opponent kind of is like this is like it has taunt, and almost like it has taunt by itself, because like they have to get rid of it if they wanted to keep making their board bigger. So I really feel like this card is going to see a lot of play because of that reason. And then going on to the next card, Crossroads Watch Post, 4 mana 4/6, can't attack. Whenever your opponent plays a spell, give your minions +1/+1. So now suddenly you have a reverse card to where it works with spells and it buffs your board versus making your board bigger. So suddenly, if you're already ahead and you're against like if you're an aggro deck and you're ahead like a control deck or something like that, and they cast a spell and you have a really wide board, then suddenly the less cards that they the more spells that they play, the bigger your board gets. So I think this card is a little bit weaker than the other one, not only because it's 4 mana, but also because like it kind of, you know, it spells. There will be times where this is good, but like by turn 4, you're probably not getting too much value out of this, except for maybe on itself. Maybe in like a Zoo deck you can see this. But like the fact that it can't attack means that once you silence it, it's just a 4/6, so maybe that could be decent. But if you get this taunt, like Defender of Argus actually, its stonks are going up right now. Play a Watch Post against a Zoo and your opponent is going to be very disgruntled. Exactly, dude. It is all your minions, but it's on the field. Like, when are you going to be able to play this to where your opponent will then play multiple cards against you in order to buff up your board? Like, they're going to play like 1 or 2 cards and maybe you get like a decent buff, but like you can't actively rely on like this card buffing more than just itself. Unless there's like a deck that's very sticky, like Death Rattles or something like that. Like if Death Rattle decks are really good and just summon a whole bunch of minions, this card could see a lot of play. I'm very hopeful for the other one, but this one not so much. But I still think it's a very cool card. So the new Warrior Legendary, 3 mana 2/3. Rush after a friendly minion attacks and survives, give it +1/+1. I think that this just goes with Crab Rider. I said this earlier when I first saw this card, but like Crab Rider is the first thing that comes to mind. Or like literally any Rush deck could use this card to a degree. Like, and it also comes out of Athletic Studies, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, like this and Crab Rider just go very well together. Crab Rider is just gonna be like heavy songs. They may have to nerf that card soon. No, it's a friendly minion. If you have 2 of these on the field, then yes, it would work. But no, this card cannot buff itself. So like 3 mana, kill a minion. If you have something on the field that can also utilize this, that's cool. Because, like, keep in mind, if you go face, this buffs the card. That's a very important deal. Like, it doesn't matter if it deals damage. Dealing damage is not a key part here. surviving after it attacks is the key part. So if it go, like if you literally have like an entire board that's already on the field, and then you play this, you make your board even stickier. And it's not limited to classes, and it's not weak, and it's not limited to tribes. I mean, okay, it's limited to warrior. I shouldn't say limited to classes, but it's not limited to tribes is what I meant. So like suddenly this card could see a lot of play for that reason. Yeah, it's friendly minions, so it's not gonna work in that aspect. But still, like athletic studies, you can get multiple of them. No, it doesn't work on herself. It's after a friendly minion attacks. Wait, hold on. Wait, no, it does work. Because this is your own minion, right? It's not other minions. Actually, wait, no, it does work. Yeah, that's right. Okay, no, you're right. Because it doesn't say buff your other minions whenever they attack. It's any minion. So actually, if this attacks and it survives, so like if this traits to like a 1-2, suddenly this becomes a 3-2. Oh no, it becomes a 3-3. Oh, wait a minute. This card is actually nuts. It's almost like a mini Darius Crowley. It just doesn't get +2/+2. It gets +1/+1. This actually could see play. Yeah, I like this card a lot. I think this card just got buffed up in my head because of that. It buffs itself. Well, that's good, man. That's really good. New priest card, Ulticon. I'm looking at you. This new one is interesting. No, I have not reviewed the priest card yet. So here we go. We're doing it now. Xyrella, 4-mana 4/4 priest legendary. Battle cry: if you've restored health this turn, deal that much damage to all enemy minions. This is a very interesting AoE. Because literally you could do like a massive heal on yourself and then play this. Obvious OTK? Yeah, you could do this. Well, like you could do this with Silas and with Ash Tongue, but you can't target your opponent's face. It's only their minions. So that's like definitely something to keep in mind here. So like Silas OTKs. Wait, hold on a minute. Wait, no. Nazmani deck to where you actually pull this off consistently. That could be a deck. You discount, Wait, hold on a minute. Here's the other thing about this card, though. Does it count if you heal your minions? I don't know if it counts it for minions. Yeah, you need to restore 30 health. It's not like Il'gynoth, to where like you could just like scale the damage. ×2 Ash Tongue. Well, then suddenly you need the double. You need the double battle cry. I'm just trying to think of this with one. I'm not gonna go into the detail like about that, but like essentially with this card, you need to be behind. You play a spell to heal you, and then you play this. And like that's actually something that I'm wondering. Does Circle of Healing work with this? I'm not sure. Because whenever you've restored health this turn, does that count for your hero? I don't think so. I think it counts for minions. So I'm going to just assume that it does count for minions because it says health you've restored. It doesn't say health you've restored for your hero. So if Circle of Healing can work, and if you can like set up a board to where like you just deal damage to everything, then suddenly like a Silas OTK with like Nazmani discounts could actually be real with this card. That is something to keep in mind. Against aggro, play Desperate Player, healing 5 for more. Coin, play Xyrella, clear the board, get a 4/4 on board on turn 3, instant victory. That's a good point. Double card combo could work very well if like a utility priest becomes necessary. Some kind of control priest. You could also like run this in like an aggro deck to where like if you play like healing cards and then you can like use this against your opponent that way. So this card is just, it's very flexible. I think this card's probably going to see a lot of play, but it just depends on whether or not priest is good. All right, I'm gonna reach this legendary last, but I want to talk about this card too. So the way that this card works, I don't have it on the screen. In fact, wait, I think I was just looking at this. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I actually have the graphic. Let me grab it real quick. Okay, here it is. So, Conviction This is pretty interesting. Let me minimize it. There we go. Okay. So you give a random friendly minion +3 attack. It's essentially Blessing of Might randomly. Then on turn 5, it's 2 minions, and on turn 10 and beyond, it's 3 minions. So literally, if you are a paladin, the way to look at this card is that if you can create a sticky board and have 2 of these in your hand, this is literally for 2 mana, 18 attack if you have 3 minions on the field. That is absolutely bonkers. Who cares if it's random if you have lots of minions on the field? This is a card that is going to enable a paladin deck to wear out people with their hero power and with token cards. I really think that this card could see a lot of play if paladins can survive this long. And this is also just like an incredibly flexible card for an aggro deck. So it's like any board paladin has is a threat. Like Odd Paladin, oh my god, Odd Paladin. Odd Paladin just got amazing support with this card if they want to run this something like this. If it demands going into the late game. It's aggro, so maybe they don't run it. But this is a flexible card for a lot of different situations. So I think that this card could see a lot of play. It could see play in like a slowish deck as well. Maybe like a control paladin, maybe. Wait, with Finley. Finley would be good. Upgraded hero powers. The warrior legendary is going to cause some trolling clips with Hysteria. Oh my god, that with Hysteria. If it clears a board, yeah, that could work very well. But yeah, Conviction, I feel like is going to be a super powerful card. And now the last card is Kargal Battlescar. This is going to be an interesting card, as my voice cracks. Blah, blah, blah. 7 mana, 5/5. Battle Cry, summon a 5/5 lookout for each watch post you've summoned this game. So suddenly, playing 2 of those watch posts is really, really broken. And if they print even more of these watch posts, it can enable a lot of wacky combos. And I feel like the biggest thing about this card is that it's like Sociologist Militia. You just play it in your watch post decks because of the insane boards they can get you. Plus, when you play this with Broom, you play it with Broom, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to see a lot of play if watch post decks receive a lot of support. Because right now, that other card, like the Tar Creeper, as I said earlier, this minion is going to see a lot of play. I'm calling that right now. It's going to see a lot of play. It's a perfect counteract for like aggro decks that control decks want. And then suddenly you're telling me I play 2 of these. I can even play these if I'm like anticipating like a token deck or something like that, or any other like control deck. And then I play this, play Broom, and I have 5/5s, and we all know that 5/5s is really good. You can get them rushed, and it's just like blah 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 blah. So it's like this card is strong, and I feel like watch post decks could actually be really good. Brand, Soulbound, Ash Tongue, Silence, Breath, Circle, Ysera, at least 38 damage. Oh my. So you Breath, Circle, yeah. That's already a lot of healing. We already deal 4 damage to the Soulbounds as well, so that's you don't even need that much healing. You need 26 to OTK. So that's actually insane by itself. But yeah, dude, like, there are so many whack interactions with these new cards that I feel like finding new combos is going to be interesting. Finding the meta breaker is going to be interesting. And counterplays seem to be the biggest thing right now. Because, like, these cards right here are screaming, I'm playing this in the deck because I'm trying to beat something. It's literally a tech card, but at the same time, it's so specific that you could literally use this in a lot of situations, kind of like you use Ogre. Ogre is, like, the reason why I believe these cards are going to be good, because, like, Ogre is really good right now for the obvious reasons that everyone's playing spells, and literally everyone is playing minions and playing spells, so these cards just feel like they're going to be good. But in any case, I feel like I am going to record this for YouTube, so hi YouTube. If you guys are liking this, feel free to like this content and to subscribe to the YouTube channel in order to see more videos just like this. We've also got deck spotlights and stream highlights. Feel free to say hi to YouTube chat before we wrap this up. But in any case, Hope you guys enjoy this video. We'll see you for the next one. Have a good one, guys. See you, YouTube.